Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? Jaron Ennis with a beautiful knockout shot in the 6th round. Oh my God. Ooh, right hook from the southpaw stance. Oh my goodness. Jaron Ennis put together a beautiful performance. I saw a lot of what I wanted to see in this fight. And shout out to Sergey Lipinets again. I want to commend him for taking this fight because he didn't have to take this fight. He didn't have to give Jaron Ennis this opportunity, but he did. And this was the perfect opponent for Jaron Ennis because, ooh, right on the money. Ooh, hit him with the right hook, then caught him with the left, kind of like a left uppercut / left hook. And just, it kind of picked him up off his body and he just dropped. And the ref immediately knew that it was over. Sergey Lipinets still on the ground. He's still on the ground. The ref immediately knew it was over. But going back to what I said, Sergey Lipinets really, he helped us see the mistakes from Jaron Ennis, the class of Jaron Ennis, that, you know, the things that we see that he does very well, and then also the things that we need to see him work on and get better. I called it a 9th round. I said by the 9th round, but I told y'all I wanted to see Ennis come out and box early in the first couple of rounds, which he did. Patience. Going into this fight, the biggest flaw that I saw in Jaron Ennis was he would start so fast. It's kind of like he'll come out and just show you his whole arsenal in the first couple of rounds. And then if you saw in the Euroball fight where he kind of got tired because he went out there and just tried to give you everything in the first couple of rounds. And I didn't think that that was wise, especially going in there with a guy like Lipinets, who's tough, durable, strong, never been stopped before. You know what I'm saying? But he came out and he did exactly what I wanted to see him do. Be patient. Use the jab. You know, pick your shots. He was very, very calculated in this fight, and he didn't chase the knockout. He allowed for the knockout to come. And when it was time for him to stand in the pocket and trade and fight in the phone booth, which is really Lipinets' game. I love the fact that Ennis showed us he can fight from the outside, he can fight going backwards, he can fight from mid-range, and he can fight in the phone booth. So when it was time to fight in the phone booth, he showed you that he was able to land the better shots. He had the more diverse punch variation. You know, a phenomenal body puncher. I love the fact that Ennis invests in the body and he's consistent with it. He consistent with it, man. But I also saw the fact that, you know, Jaron Ennis, I want to see him keep his hands up more after he throws. I feel like he dropped his hands a little bit too much. You know, Sergey Lipinets did land a few good shots. Not once did I see Jaron Ennis hurt or bothered by any of those shots. He was always composed, aware. You know, he took those shots very well. So in my opinion, Sergey Lipinets can crack. Yeah, he coming up from 140, but he can hit. He can hit. And I think Jaron Ennis passed the test as far as the chin go. I think he passed the chin test. You know what I'm saying? I think he passed the chin test. Now, of course, we want to see if you could take a shot versus the Keith Thurmans, the Earl Spencers, the Terrence Crawfords, the Virgil Ortizes of the world. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that he took those punches very well. I want to see him keep his hands up more, you know, after he throws punches. You know, he tends to drop his hands a little bit too much. I know part of that is to bait his opponent into throwing something so he can open himself up, and Ennis can counter him with his blazing hand speed and combination ability. You know, so it's a little bit of that. But at the same time, you know, I definitely would like to see him keep his hands up more. I loved his foot movement. I love the slickness, being able to, you know, show different angles. I love the switching from orthodox to southpaw. He pretty much showed me everything that I needed to see. This was a great test for JARON Ennis. This was a great test for JARON Ennis, man. A great test. You know, and y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How did y'all feel about the performance? What do y'all want to see next from JARON Ennis? Man, but I'm telling y'all, bro, JARON Ennis is the real deal. He's the real deal. You never seen nobody land this many power shots on SERGEY Lipinets that consistently. You never seen anybody stop SERGEY Lipinets before. I mean, JARON Ennis put on a dominating performance. I didn't give SERGEY Lipinets one round. He did have his moments. There was in the round prior to that, SERGEY Lipinets actually went low on JARON Ennis, and I felt like JARON Ennis was about to get him out of there on the ropes in the 5th round. But SERGEY Lipinets went low on him, which was a veteran move. He bought himself some more time, and you know, JARON Ennis came out in the next round and closed the show. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see from a young fighter, 23 years old, with a lot of potential, a lot of promise. And I think he's the future of the sport of boxing, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.